Well, it's not been long for you, but it's been a long time for us. We've actually had more time off recently, like in the last 3 weeks, than we did for my wedding.
Only just.
Well, you've been very ill.
I've also gotten older.
You have.
That's
Yeah,
how long it's been.
You went to Cambridge. You got older. It was a lovely day.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get older just because I went to Cambridge. I'd have
think
gotten
that's
older
what
wherever I was.
That's what happens when you cross the threshold into Cambridge. It's just suddenly. It happens
I
to
mean,
us.
they wouldn't let me into the university, so maybe I didn't age.
That's because you're too stupid. Did you do? I haven't asked you this. Did you do the river cruise thing when you get on a little boat?
No.
Are you joking?
It was fucking November. It was freezing.
I went in fucking February, maybe. January, March? I don't know. I went earlier this year. And I did it, and it was freezing, but you just do it.
Yeah, but the thing, I found out Cambridge is less than an hour away from here, so I can go and do that whenever the fuck I want to in the summer.
So you didn't have some matey telling you all about the night climbing society, which sounds like fun. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but you wouldn't go climbing in a suit of armour. That would be weird.
Oh god, that's terrible. I thought it was funny because there's a building in Cambridge that's got 2 towers, and there was a society of people that they kept putting a traffic cone at the top of one of the towers, and then the police or whoever got someone to go up and bring it down, and then the next day it was on top of the tower next to it. I just thought, that's fucking brilliant.
That's really cool. I think it was really nice. I'd like to go back there, I think.
Cambridge is well nice. We had a wicked time there. They've got a cracking DVD shop, and I got a little bit Widley and a Wagamama's. Oh, we saw some people breaking up in Wagamama in Cambridge. It was fucking brilliant.
I mean, Wagamama's the place to do it, right? Because you just turn around and you're just with another group of people. It's fine.
You just turn to the other side.
just slightly adjust your positioning, and then you're sat with a new group of people.
Suddenly you've got new friends. Hey, these are the friends I made when I broke up with Keith or whatever. Yeah, no, but it was like to the point. They were sort of sat next to each other and whispering, but that sort of really angry whispering. So it was like, I said to you, because they didn't want to make a scene, but they were obviously furious with each other. And then he went up and went for a piss,
and she left.
6 people just turned around to her and went, "Are you all right? Is everything going okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's fine. He's just a prick."
I like that. That's not making a scene.
Cambridge is a nice town. It's really, really good. I bought some books in the book market, and I felt scholarly.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we watched the first episode of his Dark Materials, which is set in Oxford, and I was like, oh, I feel like they'd probably stop this airing somehow.
Oxford's nice as well. I have been to Oxford.
I've been to Oxford. I mean, to be fair, I went to Cambridge and I know that, you know, the walk of like the, if you'd applied yourself.
If you tried harder. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'd have liked it.
No,
I think I'd have liked it
sure.
because it's as nice as it is. It's a city town thing that exists for the university.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that sort of prestigious bullshit thing. You know. I mean, look at us. Like, we went to fucking Solent. We couldn't even have the better university in Southampton. We had no chance of going to Cambridge.
Yeah, but we do get to just sort of go, no, I studied in Southampton. Oh, and as long as you're talking to someone who doesn't know this too, it's fine.
You sound a bit smarter.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh. You get better jobs, and then suddenly just like, oh, fuck, no, I'm not qualified for this, please. Stop it.
Did I ever tell you that I only realised that I'd applied to Southampton Solent as I was after I'd accepted a place there? Because I thought I was applying to Southampton. I didn't know I was applying to Solent. And
I think the tip would have been that they'd accepted you.
That was the real big giveaway, because I was looking at my results like, really?
It just says unconditional offer. You're like, are you fucking sure about that?
Yeah, but, you know, I'd much rather have gone to Solent.
But the thing, I know a lot of people who said, like, oh, I applied to Solent by accident. Which is really a cop-out of, like, you applied here because you knew you'd get in. You knew that you wouldn't get into the other one. I'm not saying that's what you did.
Mine was a legitimate mistake.
Yeah, the thing, I understand, like, people from, especially, like, outside of Southampton as well, just sort of being like, well, I mean, I did think it was weird it was named after the fucking river. Because I've noticed, like, a few of the not as good universities in towns are normally named after the town, then the river. Like,
It's because
Nottingham Trent.
Because the river's the thing to be avoided if you don't want to drown, and they have to put a reminder on that to the 6 students that go to those ones.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I saw apparently someone hit Southampton with a, like, Solent University with a car the other day.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was kind of looking at it like it was the main entrance as well, and I was like,
Hang on.
how did you fuck that? It's a straight road outside the university, and
And you
how?
can't drive at the fucking university. Car crashes to Erie, the Daily Echo from 5 days ago. How did I not hear about this? Car crashes railings outside entrance Solent University. Well, maybe do a bit more. Car crashes through roads. Fucking hell, the picture! You know, it's the stairs to get down to the main entrance. It's gone down the fucking stairs!
Yeah, it's just kind of like, you're just sort of looking at it like, were you trying to get in?
How did you do that?
Because that's not how you get in. You just say, I would like to go there, and that's how you get in. Like, it's very easy university to get into.
The incident caused damage to entrance step handrails and also to some bollards which separate the public footpath and university land to mark the change in level. I don't even like looking at that. Like, I know those steps like really well. I don't know how they've done that.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's just because it's far enough along that you're on the straight bit of roads.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, because if you fucked it up before that, you've driven through a park.
And also the many traffic lights, because there's that crossroads junction.
There's a junction just there, unless they mistook a pedestrian crossing for a T junction, and went, oh well, I guess I turned. Oh no, I've driven into a building again.
But so yeah, the way this car is, it's like it's parallel to the road. So how in the fuck?
I'm assuming there might have been alcohol involved.
Well, I mean, you'd almost hope so. Jesus Christ, how have you done that? I didn't hear about that. Oh, I'm pleased I've seen that now. That's fucking ridiculous. And no one got hurt, we should say. But
yeah, does anyway, it always makes you feel better about your driving, doesn't it? When you see stuff like that, you're like, I don't even know how they. Like, I was driving on my way to work and I saw a car on its side. Parallel, like it was like a big T junction, and someone was on their side at the bottom of the T junction. I was like, I don't know how you fucking managed that. But I'm impressed and fairly confident that that's never going to happen to me.
I was in a very minor car crash last week. I've only, this is how minor it is. I've only just remembered. Also,
are you sure it wasn't just really bad?
It wasn't my fault. I wasn't driving. But the classic, like my mate who I drive to work with, he was driving. We're at a roundabout. He thought the person in front of us had gone, and they hadn't, and he just bumped into the back of it. Which is exactly
those are my favourite
crashes. That is exactly what happened to me last June on that road. In what was probably one of the most stressful weeks of my life, I had 2 fairly big car crashes.
Yeah, that sounds like you should probably just stop driving.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like, the most recent one I've been in wasn't me, so...
No, that's true. So, the reason we brought you here today...
Oh yeah, the Iron Giant's good. But anyway, car crashes. I told you my mum was in a car crash the other day, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, she's fine, by the way. Yes, the Iron Giant. So how many car crashes have you been? I feel like we should just be talking about Crash, the David Cronenberg movie. That's a really good film, actually.
I've seen that.
I've seen that. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, but good.
I very much enjoyed it. Anyway, wait, you're thinking of a different Crash.
Probably.
You're thinking of the one that's all the different stories all weaving into.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no. This one's about people like fucking cars. So, and like getting off over car crashes and shit. And there's a bit where someone gets a wound in her leg from a car crash, and James Woods, is it James Woods? It might not be James Woods. I think it's James Woods. Sticks his knob in it. So there's that film.
That's a very different film. Although the other crash does have a car crash in it.
You're joking?
It actually does. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure that's how all the stories merge.
That's unbelievable. Here you go. Look, I'll send you a link to this, the David Cronenberg one.
Oh, I will read about that instead of trying to remember what happened in the Iron Giant because I watched it 3 fucking weeks ago.
Oh, I watched it last week in preparation for recording, and then you were struck down with the lurg.
Well, I mean to.
Do you know what? So this is Brad Bird's movie.
Yes.
His directorial debut. Brad Bird, of course, known for his work on Simpsons and The Incredibles.
I didn't actually look to see what else he'd done.
Let's go through the ones. Have you seen The Iron Giant? Yes, you've seen that. Have you seen The Incredibles?
I have.
Have you seen Ratatouille?
Yes.
Have you seen Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol?
Maybe I have. I think I have.
I don't think I have. I think I've only seen 1, 2, and 3. So,
I'm not sure which one is Ghost Protocol.
It's the one where Tom Cruise is in it. It's
Nice.
the 4th Mission Impossible film.
Oh, then yeah, I have seen it because it's the first one that Simon Pegg's in.
No, it's not. He's in 3.
Is he in 3?
Yeah, I think.
I'm not 100% sure if I've seen 3.
Tomorrowland.
Have not.
George Clooney movie. And The Incredibles 2, which I have not seen.
I haven't seen that either.
Apparently it's very, very good. But yeah, he was an animator on like The Fox and the Hound and The Black Cauldron.
Fox and the Hound's awesome. He didn't get credited for that.
Only as an animator. He wasn't... oh no, yeah, he's uncredited, yeah. That's disgusting. I've not seen The Fox and the Hound.
It's really good because they just want to be friends, but then one of them's a fox chasing hound.
Oh man, he was an animator on Mickey's Christmas Carol. Oh shit. Have you seen those, like, the Disney Christmas stuff and the Winnie the Pooh Christmas things?
Maybe. No.
I used to watch them when I was a kid. They're fucking great. Yeah, so that's what. So then, yeah, this brings him to The Iron Giant.
That's this film that we're talking about.
That is this one. So
That's my input.
we're in Maine. It's beautifully animated, isn't it?
I always forget how much I like sort of that
Hand-drawn.
2D hand-drawn animation.
Yes.
Until I watch it and I'm like, oh yeah.
Had you seen this before?
No.
Oh, okay, because I saw this in the cinema, which, you know, if you're doing the maths, this came out in 1999. I was born in 1993, so I was 24 years old. And, yeah,
That's how we got into Solent.
I can specifically remember
Nailed
going
maths.
to see it, because that was my first ever time of us, being me and my mum, and I think my brother was there, were the only ones in the cinema. That was the first time that ever happened. I was like, this is wicked.
And that tells you all you need to know about this film.
Exactly.
No one else went to see it in the cinema. It was just you.
So, the Soviet Union launches Sputnik, and just after that, there's something falls from space into the ocean, and then you get that amazing the sequence with the fishing boat, and he's like, "Oh shit! Look, there's a lighthouse," and then he realizes that he's looking at the head of the Iron Giant.
Yeah, and then it takes a bite out of the boat.
Yeah, it's genuinely, it's quite scary, that bit, I thought. Like when he just like, but maybe that's me, like with my deep water thing, not like it.
I think maybe that's where it all started. Maybe before that you were like, no, it's fine. Then you watched this, a back to back of this, then Jaws. You went, do you know what? Fuck the water.
I do think there is a bit of like Lovecraftian imagery in that. Like he's at sea, he's out in the boat, and suddenly there's this big looming thing coming out of the ocean. There is a part of me that is starting to think now, actually, maybe that is why I don't like deep water.
Well, it's
also
an
you
important thing to take away from this film.
There is a bit where Hogarth is watching like some crappy 50s movie, and it's just Cthulhu. Like the monster in it is just Cthulhu. So I think, yeah, it's pretty it's aware of like Lovecraft and the Cthulhu mythos and stuff like that. So then, yeah, Hogarth is this young boy. His mum is voiced by Jennifer Aniston, which actually I thought she was quite good in. he finds the robot and sort of teaches him about Superman. Like
and
you be
to turn
you are who
off
you
the
choose
power
to be.
station before you eat it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the important things.
The robot keeps eating like metal and shit. Also, there's a scene that I just did not understand. Right, there's a bit where there's a chap whose his pickup truck or his car or something he's got a big old chunk taken out of it. Like had a big old bite taken out of it. And he's going, oh yeah, I'm trying to sell it. It's like, oh right, okay, yeah, I'm trying to sell it because he's got this big bite taken out of it. It's like, who the fuck's gonna buy that?
Probably, what's that? Ripley's Weird and Wonderful Museum. They buy it.
Believe it or not, Ripley's Believe It
Yeah.
or Not.
That's the kind of place you want to sell cars with big bites taken out of them. So right, what we're going to do to your car, we're just going to cut a big bite shape out and be like, look, it's a true story.
So then the suspicion around, like, there's weird shit happening in this town, so the government send this agent named Kent, and he rents a room in Hogarth and his mum's house.
Do you think that's an homage to Clark Kent? The Superman.
Well, I think a lot of it, yeah.
Because there's a lot of
imagery.
Superman stuff in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Which actually kind of surprised me, because I thought that would be... They would probably have issues with stuff doing things like that.
Well,
it's Warner Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, because they
Warner
actually
Brothers
show.
still have the rights to. Yeah, no, Warner Brothers have had the rights to animated stuff, DC stuff for years, haven't they?
I think so, but there is a bit where he actually brings out like Action Comics, and it's they've just put the actual cover in it, and I thought that was quite cool. So then Hogarth moves the giant into a junkyard, which is owned by like quite a weird guy.
Yeah,
artist dude. He makes weird shit out of metal and stuff.
Yeah, I believe it's called an artist.
Oh dear. Oh, sorry. I keep yawning. So then, among other things, the giant. That's it. The army get involved, and this general comes to the scrapyard. It's like, there's absolutely a fucking iron giant here. You need to show him to us. And the artist says, "Oh no, this is one of my
art pieces, yeah,
of art that I've made." So then, he manages to dissuade the general that he's the same. But then the giant spots. That's it. Hogarth's playing with a toy gun, isn't he? And it activates this defense system. So that's what I really like about this. Is there's a certain amount of mystery about who's built this giant, what is he for, and it's a big deal is made of him only acting in defense. Like, he'll only attack if threatened, and generally he's harmless otherwise.
Yeah, I really like that. The whole like that he's. Like, in a film where he's befriended by a child, that the giant death machine, potentially,
is a big
is the innocent one.
Yeah,
because there's the scene. Yeah, there's the scene with the hunters where he
he sees the deer.
Well, Hogarth has to explain like what death is, and then he sees the rifle and it starts to trigger his like weaponry thing, and he's just like. Because I think a lot of it is just Hogarth sort of being like, you don't have to be a weapon, you can just be my friend. It's maybe fight the army.
It's so sweet. I do you know what? While I was watching it, I just completely forgot how much I loved this film, and obviously I probably appreciate more of it as an adult than I did as a child. So
I think that's the thing I've always found with animated films, is as much as like. You love them when you're a kid. They're not targeted away from adults.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the themes, you just get the more mature side of the themes and stuff, I think.
Yeah. Your perspective on it shifts ever so slightly. Where you're focusing on, like, spectacle and cool action bits as a kid, like, the robot fighting at the end. It's more the stuff about, the absent father and the lessons that Hogarth had to learn on his own, and then teaches on to the giants. You could write a book about it, basically, but It's quite short as well, isn't it? Because then all that happens next is that the giant
shows the army what's what.
Yeah, the giant saves his 2 kids, and then it's just a big fight between the giant and the army.
Yeah, because I think all that the giant wants to be is Superman.
Oh, that bit's so cool when they the general they fight off the giant, and the giant manages to like beat him back a bit, and he fires off a nuclear missile.
I love the point where we're just sort of like, wait, no, that's coming here. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
But I think as a kid that would completely go over your head. I think. Like that sort of like. Because you saw, like, even as a kid, you know, a nuke's a big boom.
Yeah.
But it's just the sort of like that sad acceptance of everyone is like, we're all gonna fucking die, aren't we?
Yeah, cause I think it's the artist guy, isn't it? That he just goes, well, there's not really much we can do now. Like he's almost like, well, that's that. Never mind. Yeah,
even I think
but he's sort of fine with
the general and stuff is sort of like, well, I guess if we're gonna carry nukes around with us, it was gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
But Ken's just there like, oh no, I fucked it.
So then the giant flies into the air, he grabs the missile, flies it out of the way of the town, and
very Iron Man, I thought.
Superman. And he shuts his eyes, and the missile explodes, and he dies.
Or does he?
Which it really annoyed me that at the end of the film you see bits of him and his head wakes up again. Because I just think it would be a much better ending that if he does stay dead. Like they've got a statue of him, which is all nice and that.
The thing is, I think.
But then the bolt.
I think that last little bit is more for kids than it is for us, because we can just sort of go, well, that's that, and turn it off before that bit turns up.
Yeah. Or just ignore it. That's the thing. You just ignore the bit where he's found in Iceland. But yeah, I fucking loved it.
Yeah, no, it's a really, really nice film. I really enjoyed it.
I like to the point. I think I'll probably buy it. I'm gonna probably get a copy of it so we can have it.
I bought it through YouTube so I can watch it wherever I go.
I only rented it.
See, that's your mistake. I mean, to be fair, I buy pretty much all the films we watch for the podcast, which is sometimes good, sometimes Ratcatcher.
Sometimes Duelists. I mean, I really like.
Oh no, I think I rented Duelists. I don't think I actually bought that one.
I actually remember reading the book of the Iron Giant when I knew this film was coming out. I read the book and it is wildly different.
I'm imagining it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's very different.
I would hazard a guess that maybe it's darker.
Let me just read you the last line of the synopsis of the Wikipedia thing. Just to say, yeah, it does. It might be slightly different. Okay, so this is the last line. The Iron Man orders the dragon to sing to the inhabitants of Earth, flying just behind the sunset, to help soothe humanity toward a sense of peace. It's ever so slightly different.
Wait, what the fuck? How is this the same? Oh, it's got a giant robot man. That's really it. I don't understand.
But yeah, it's a fucking great film, and it's a good one for kids as well.
And grown-ups.
There's a lot in it about there's a lot of subtext about loss and grief and the absence. It's a lot about absence, I think. There's a lot to do with what Hogarth has learned in the absence of his father and how his mum works super hard to keep the roof over their head and that sort of thing. And almost the innocence of the robot, even though he is at some point he has been designed to react to weaponry in a certain way, but he still has a childlike innocence. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I think there's so much in it that we haven't, and probably can't touch upon, because I think a lot of it is, because I think you could pretty much come from any walk of life, watch this and find something for you.
The best films give back what you bring to them.
And to this, I brought a lot of happiness. So, it was a very happy film to me. It's just a shame that the nuke didn't get them all. That would have been my happy ending.
But just even in the acceptance, like when they're like, yeah, well, there's the missile coming down, and they are literally just like, well, there's nothing we can do. Like they're like surprisingly like, well, that's it.
Well, I guess because it's set just after
The Cold War.
Well, it's set during the Cold War, and not long after World War Two, I guess.
Yeah.
That you'd sort of that was, I guess, probably something that they didn't sort of not expect to happen. They just kind of went.
Yeah.
Because like when you see like all the TV adverts and stuff that they had in like the 50s and 60s, where they're just like, oh well, if a nuke comes, we're probably all gonna die. Maybe get under the table. I tell you, nuclear propaganda would have been much different if I was doing it. Just
you fucked.
You fucked, mate. Yeah, no, just go pull a funny pose by the wall so that your death shadow looks funny.
I like the guy in Pompeii who died having a wank.
Yeah. Yeah, like that, but nukes.
Yeah, I fucking love this. What's next? What's next? I need to remind myself of what's next. Oh, I'm looking forward to our next one of both of these, actually. Go
on. So next up on the Co-Pilots podcast, because this is the Co-Directors podcast.
Correct.
Because we're bad at introducing it at the start.
Correct.
So if you've made it this far and didn't know what this fucking was,
well done.
How? So yeah, Co-Pilots is the final UK versus US of the year.
And not to give away any spoilers or anything, fucking whitewash.
Yeah. It's being human, because I mean, to be fair, I've watched all of both of them already, so
all of both.
Yeah. Well, no, because I watched the UK one, and then there was an American one, and I was like, I really like the premise. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's the same. But still watched it all. What's next for this piece of shit podcast?
I'm very, 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 very much looking forward to this. Alice Lowe directing Prevenge, which is a film she made in something like 2 weeks while 8 months pregnant.
I mean, if you're 8 months pregnant, you're on a bit of a clock.
Yeah, exactly. It's something ridiculous. It is something ridiculous. I might not have got that quite right, but they had a very, very short space of time in which to film, because the whole point of it is surrounding like the horrors of pregnancy. So they needed her to be pregnant, so they really, really were up against it with it. You imagine getting it slightly wrong and having to have a baby just to finish off like one scene.
It's got two Game of Thrones alumni in it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Lysa Arryn and Yara Greyjoy.
Oh, there we go. Brisbane mainly take place in Cardiff in under 2 weeks while Lowe was herself pregnant. Before the film was released, Lowe gave birth to a baby girl, Della, who was able to portray Ruth's newborn in the film at 10 days old. Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard really good things about this film, and I am very much looking forward to watching it.
Yeah. I am now too.
Hooray. Jolly good. Let's go and crash another car into the front of Solent.
I mean, you weren't meant to tell them it was us.